Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be the first in a series of videos about budgeting time for academic success. So we're going to be using this little sheet here, Academic Success Time Budget Sheet. And this is going to ask you a series of questions about how many hours that you spend doing different activities throughout the week, and then you can see if you're overcommitting yourself or if you're undercommitting yourself and you actually have more time than you think. So we're going to go ahead and fill this out together. We're just going to use my schedule as an example. So this line at the top here says total number of hours available each week. So you shouldn't ever have to go over that. It's 168 hours. If you are over it by the end of the time that you fill this out, you're definitely overcommitting to something. So it's actually a really helpful little tool. So the first question on here says minus hours in class each week. And you spend about 4.5 hours in class every week. I take a lot of online classes, so the number of hours I actually spend on campus isn't very much. And then the second question is going to say minus hours of study time per week. And the number of hours that you spend studying each week outside of class is usually equal to 2 or 3 hours per week for every hour that you spend in class or for every credit hour. So I'm actually taking 15 credits, so I'm going to put in 30 hours of study time. That sounds like a lot, but trust me, you can really eat that up. Alright, and then the next one's going to say minus hours of sleep time and personal hygiene per week. So depending on how long you typically spend sleeping and getting ready for the day, I'm just going to put down 56 hours because I usually get about 7 hours of sleep each night, and then, let's see, about an hour a day for personal hygiene. So 56 hours. This next one says minus hours of committed time per week. For example, job, church, clubs, or meetings. Now, I actually work full-time, so this is kind of difficult for me. But I work about 40 hours a week plus lunchtime, so that's about 42.5. I'm going to say about 46, because I'm also involved in a few things on campus. And then the next line says minus hours of meal time per week. And make sure that you include coffee stops, because as college students, we all need coffee. And my time for that, about maybe 3 hours a week, maybe. And then hours of exercise per week. So this one can be a hard one to budget in unless you're really enthusiastic about working out. I'm going to say maybe 6 hours. Maybe. And then family time per week. This can be a little bit different if you're living at home with your parents and siblings and you have to spend more time with them. Otherwise, if you live in a different state or even across town, you're super busy, I probably spend about 3 or 4 hours a week with my family. I'm just going to say 3. And then this next one is laundry, shopping, and personal errands. I don't do a lot of that stuff, and usually when I'm doing laundry, I'm doing other homework at the same time. So I'm going to put about 2 hours down. Then minus hours of television per week. Ooh, that one's rough. I'm going to have to put down about 10 hours because I'm currently binge watching Doctor Who, and it's really, really hard to get away from the TV for that. So it's probably a little bit high, but we all need time to relax, right? The next question is Facebook, video games, etc. Again, take time for self-care, budget that into your time. I'm going to say maybe 2 hours a week for that. And then second to last question here, almost done. Minus hours of other recreation per week. Let's say about 2 hours. And then minus other, miscellaneous. Count that as probably travel time to and from different places. I'm going to put in about 3 hours. Alright, so now that you have this entire thing, we're going to start subtracting each of these from 168. So let's start at the top. So put calculator here, and 168 minus 4.5 hours for classes, minus 30 hours for study time, minus 56 hours for personal hygiene and sleep, minus 46 hours for committed time like jobs and clubs, 3 hours for meal time, 6 hours of exercise, 3 hours of family time, 2 hours of laundry, shopping, and personal errands, 10 hours of television. Ugh, that looks like something I might be able to cut. 2 hours for Facebook and video games and other various internet things. 2 hours of other recreation, and 3 hours of miscellaneous, which I count as travel time. This is what I came up with. I actually have half an hour left over, which isn't a whole lot, so this was pretty close to what I actually spend on time during the week, and honestly, I did kind of pre-prepare this, so I kind of knew how it was going to turn out. But again, this is just a super helpful tool for you to go through and kind of see where a lot of your time is spent. Like before I did this, I didn't realize I spent so much time watching TV, and now I realize I can probably fix that. So if you wanted to do something like this, feel free to copy the questions that they have on here. Make sure you're just subtracting it from 168, and then you can see areas where you spend maybe too much time or too little time, and then you can fix it from there. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.